let's see, where to start. I guess grew up in Canada, born and raised in Ottawa. After high school, I spent a year in Toronto, which is a beautiful city. I majored in theater studies at York University. But then after a year, I switched over to the Lee Strasberg Institute in New York and studied there for 2 years. And like right out of school, I did like a bunch of plays and stuff, even some when I was in school. And I wrote my first play, Mooney Mercury, while I was in school. We showcased it at the Lee Strasberg Theater and Film Institute at in the Marilyn Monroe Theater, and that was kind of a precursor to staging it in a Times Square theater about maybe 6 months or a year later, something like that. So that really helped cultivate me as a writer. I love writing. Mooney Mercury was my first play. I wrote it as a venue for myself. Then my second play, 2 Days Till Dawn, I wrote all the characters older because I was like, I just want to focus on the behind the scenes. I don't want to be an actor in it. I just want to help cultivate this project. So I wrote it without putting myself in it. Well, I put like my own voice in it, but right. I didn't want to put my physical self in it. I didn't want to act in it. My friend said that I had a good look, and he's like, I've been modeling, and I never thought I could model, so why don't you try it out? So I submitted to a few agencies. I was freelancing. I was with Wilhelmina for a while, and I did a few modeling gigs. But mostly for modeling, what really helped having a background in acting was being present with the eyes, because
right.
Modeling, a lot of people are great with like physical movement and stuff, and creating like different poses, different interesting like physical poses that are visually stimulating. But if you're absent in the eyes, then it just like goes over the viewer's head. The audience doesn't connect to whatever the ad agency's selling. So it's like having that, having the emotion or like the thought behind the eyes really helps in modeling.
Yeah, and you know what? That's exactly the same thing for acting, though, too, isn't
yeah.
it?
A lot of people get confused as to my ethnic background. I am half Chinese on my father's side. My mother is a mix of Caucasian, she's Caucasian, a mix of French, English, and Scottish. And I've been called every single ethnicity I think imaginable. I get Greek, Spanish, Hawaiian.
Everything but Chinese, right?
Middle Eastern. Sometimes right. people say like, oh, I totally saw you were Chinese, but it's like, no, I had to tell you that. There are two sides to it. In the commercial world, it's beneficial. Being ethnically ambiguous caters to the world market, so they have a broader reach with their product. For the theatrical world, for feature films, TV, you start to see ethnically ambiguous, multicultural characters and actors coming into it. But the sad thing is, it's still a lot of the roles will go to the white actor, which, as long as we're breaking into it, we're making ourselves seen. That's progress in itself.
But don't you find that you also have the other problem if they're looking for somebody who's Asian and you're like...
Yes. I've gone in and they've asked me to do like stereotypical Chinese accents, and I'm like, do I look like somebody who would have like this really heavy Chinese accent? Like, not that I can even do it, but it has been problematic sometimes when I've gone to an audition and it's a room full of full Asians, and like I'm kind of the odd man out, and I'm like, well, it's either I'm the one person that they're looking for, or I'm just like the wild card. Waru was the name of it. I'd done the Asian American Film Lab a few years before. Eddie Shea got me into it. He's a producer with Red Rope Productions, and the year that I competed on my own, I brought my own team because Eddie wasn't available, and this new cinematographer, Chris Fong Swat, and my friend Christina Jun, we just put it together, the three of us, filmed it in one day for a 72-hour competition, and lo and behold, we got some recognition for it, made the top 10 selection, and we were both nominated for Best Actor, she for Actress, me for Actor, and I won Best Actor. So.